What's going on, Gemini? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of January 4th through the 10th of 2021. Appreciate you guys. It's a very big week in the astrology. We're going to have Mars out of shadow for the first part of the week. It's going to ingress into your 12th house for the next 2 months. So you get a little bit of what Taurus has been going through for the last 6 months. Mars in the 12th isn't the most fun place. It can bring up some hidden anger. It can feel like you're not being able to put your energy into the physical things that you want to. But there's backup. There's always backup. Mercury is going to ingress into your 9th house. Venus is going to ingress into your 8th house. So let's take a look and see what's up. Mars is definitely a big deal this week. Coming into Taurus after 6 months with a retrograde in your 11th house. Definitely having you look towards the future. Figure out how you want to innovate into the future. And now I think it's like, oh, how do I do it? It's going to feel a little weird. And if things come up out of nowhere, like these are times to work through it, take deep breaths, not so much just act on the anger right away or the intense emotion right away, but to like kind of contemplate it, especially with Uranus in your 12th. Like there's this universal shakeup going on right now, and it's going to pass. It's only, it's 2 months. There is a lot. Mars is going to square Mercury and Saturn this week in your 9th house. Like being able to put your energy into the spiritual practices, honestly, whatever connects you most to source, to spirit, is going to be the best place to put your action. And if you do get some anger, or you do feel like, I don't know what to do, or your mind's going crazy with a million different things in the 9th house, like stop for a minute, take a deep breath, ask spirit, ask source, and you're going to get the insight that you need. And it's going to tell you exactly where to put things, exactly where to put your energy, and it'll help you a lot. So that's kind of like the next 2 months, honestly, with Mars in the 12th. So it's not the easiest place, and it's a detriment Mars in Taurus. So how can you put your energy into the things that connect you the most, and to not let things take you out of your divinity, to not let things take you out of your spiritual practices, and to find what grounds you right now? Because I think that it can feel like you're kind of just lost in a crazy open universal space, and I think that it's important to remember to ground. And Mercury's there too, like making you question a lot more. So there's a lot of questions that come up this week, but Mars is going to finish up in your 11th, so use that dignified Mars before the 6th to really go after the connections that you want, that are going to take you into the future you want, and make sure that, those connections are strong. And if they're not strong, it could bring up some things here with Mars, and you might just have to ask spirit for a little bit of help to open up the new doors, to show you the way, to show you the gift, especially with Jupiter here working on a square to Uranus this week. Like the gift is in the unique way that you can connect. And it might feel like it's just a shaken up reality, and maybe it is. But how can you still connect and not lose track? Especially with the sun here at 18 degrees this week. It's going to make a sextile over to Neptune in your 10th house. Like Spirit's trying to show you what to uncover in life, to get to the deepest desires that are going to take you to the highest point in life. And I think the more that you listen to Spirit this week, and even for, the next couple months here, like the more you're going to get insight into exactly what you want to accomplish, exactly what needs to get done, and how to really like put yourself on the top of the mountain, even in a time with Mars in the 12th where it feels like I don't even see a mountain. There's nothing here. Like you'll be able to get to the top of the mountain. Venus moving into your 8th house. It's definitely, let other people help you out. Don't obsess over other people, but like those connections that you did make with Mars in the 11th house, now it's time to use that energy and merge with people that can help you. Merge with any sort of energy that's trying to show you how valuable you are, but make sure that you don't get too obsessive over the physical things. Like make sure that there's a deep connection to people, a deep connection to yourself, and the physical world will work itself out. But, where you put your energy and what you invest in is important right now, especially with the sun in your 8th house. invest in, your connection, invest in the goals that Spirit's leading you towards, and let some of the other stuff fall away and die off. And that can be the 8th house too, of death and rebirth. So there is this sense of coming into a new rebirthing here that might feel new, and sometimes it can feel like a lot's dying off. So, Gemini, it's a big week. There's a lot going on in the astrology for you, but that Venus is going to trine over to that Mars. So, when you're able to invest your energy in things that make you feel good, invest in the people that uplift you, it's going to give you more vitality. It's going to give you more strength. And it kind of goes both ways. If people are dragging you down or, making you feel like you're not worthy enough, got to detach, go back to Spirit, go back to Source, and figure out where to invest your energy. Spirit's giving you all the signs that you would need, honestly, right now. So the more that you can tap into that, the more that things are going to open up and expand and show you your truth and show you what's going to bring you the ultimate life that we're heading towards in this new year. We do have the sun here quincunx the north node in your first house. So it is by investing your time into the things that bring you closer to what you want to do for yourself, making sure that you're going after, what's going to make you rise up like the phoenix, and not getting lost in what other people are doing, not getting too lost in just relationships that aren't giving you the investment return, the return on investment, if you will. So it's definitely a big deal. I think you need to look at relationships, seriously right now, especially with a Venus in Capricorn, and make sure that you're going towards the expanse. So you do have Mercury, your ruling planet, that came into your 9th house. The more that you can expand your mind and connect to just more universal truths than just the mundane, because I think the mundane can feel really weird this week. But the more you can connect to the universal truths, the deeper aspect of life, especially with the 8th house, the more you're going to see that the investment is within you. And it can be very empowering if you're in the right space. And if not, you can tap into that space this week very easily with Neptune sextile the sun. What do we got here? The 4 of Cups reversed. It's pretty clear. I think Spirit's just like giving you this golden, opportunity to step into what's going to bring you the most connection, the most emotional fulfillment. But, you've had other things to deal with. You've been dealing with so many other people. Like, now you just have to step in and like merge with Source. And the more you merge with that energy, the more you're just going to see this cup being presented to you of life that you can really go after. And like, you can accomplish your goals right now. Like, don't think that you can't, but you might just have to disconnect from what the conscious ego is trying to tell you to go after, and kind of tap into the unconscious ego, like who you really are and what you really desire. And Source is going to give you all the messages for that and try and open up your world. So I hope you have a great week. It is a big one, but I do believe you have this, Gemini. I love you very much. I'll catch you next time. Peace.